Hey my dear students, Sudhakar is here. I welcome you all at another video on Bills of Exchange chapter. My dear students, we are into the ninth video of this Bills of Exchange chapter. In this particular session also, we are going to cover the problems on accommodation of a bill. As you people know from the earlier discussion, the accommodation of a bill means in the beginning, a person is a drawer. For example, A is a drawer, B is a drawee. Later on, B is going to be a drawer and A is a drawee. That is called the mutual accommodation. Are you getting my word, my dear students? This is a very important session. Very important for CWA Foundation exams. Most of the year they asked a question on this accommodation of a bill. I repeat, in accommodation of a bill, a person who draws the bill in the beginning, in the later stage, he is going to accept it. That is called the mutual accommodation of a bill. See what happened to this particular session. In this particular session, let us learn the ninth problem of this Bills of Exchange chapter, my dear students. Before that, let us have a format for a working sheet. Shall we go for working sheet format? See what happened in case of this particular problem. See, for mutual accommodation, see he clearly mentioned, for mutual accommodation of X and Y on April 2018, X drew the 4 months bill on Y. Who drew? X drew. X is a drawer. Then who is Y? Y is a drawee. Y is whom? Y is a drawee. See in whose book we have to record the journal entries. Record the journal entries in the books of X. In whose book we have to record? In the books of X, right? X is Nanu. X is hum, right? X is me. It is me. In me, in my book, we have to record the entries. It is I, we can call it as. Fine. Let us have a format. Who draws the bill, my dear students? X draws the bill. X is equals to a drawer. Y is a drawee. Here for a time being, Y is acceptor. Y is a debtor. X is a hum. Means it is Nanu in Kannada. Shall we move further? When X due the bill? X due the bill on 1st April 2019. 1st April 19. Bill drawn for how much? For an amount of rupees 4,000. For how many months? The bill is drawn for a period of 4 months. Shall we move further? Y returned the bill after acceptance on the same date. So Y accepted. X discounted the bill with his banker. Now who discounted? X discounted the bill with his banker. For what? At a 6% per annum. Shall we work out a discount? How to work out a discount? It is 4,000 rupees. 6% per annum. For how many months, my dear students? It is a bill for 4 months into 4 by 12. Use a calci. 4,000 into 6% into 4 by 12. It comes to an amount of rupees 80. Fine. Shall we write here? On what date? On what date the bill is discounted? On the same date. 1st April 19. X discounted the bill. When X discounted the bill, my dear students, what happened? The bank balance increased and there will be a discount. What is the bill amount? 4,000. What is the amount of discount you calculated? 80 rupees. then bank will increase by how much? 3,920. My dear students, did you understood how you got 4,000, 3,920, 80? The discount is to be calculated for a period of how many months? 4 months at 6% per annum. It comes to rupees 80. So out of 4,000, 80 discount, the discounted value of bill is 3,920. I hope you people understood, right? See what happened. बाद में क्या हुआ? Under remit 50% of the proceeds to Y. What do you mean by remit 50% of the proceeds to Y? It means 50% of the bill amount is paid to Y. What percent? 50%. अब क्या करना हम? From here, you drag one line. 50% paid to Y. What happened to X? For X, we can say cash paid. What percent? 50%. Be careful, my dear children. Take 3,920 into 50%. It comes to rupees 1,000. Wait for few seconds. It comes to rupees 1,960. How much it comes? It comes to rupees 1,960. Cash paid. 1,960. Again the discount. Discount is how much? 80. On 80 we have to take 50%. It comes to rupees 40. Total is 2,000. Since it is a mutual accommodation, please my dear students, remember, work out the gap. The gap is 2,000. Did you understood? It's very important for passing journal entry. On the due date of the X, on the due date, X is unable to send the amount due. Therefore, Y draws the bill. I told you now, in case of mutual accommodation, what happened? In the beginning, X draws the bill. In the later stage, Y draws the bill. Now Y become a drawer. When Y become a drawer, X is a drawee. Means X accepted the bill, which is accepted by X. Who accepted? X accepted. On what date? On due date, my dear children. How to work out a due date? 1st April, 1st 3 grace days, 4th. ये तो अप्रैल है, अप्रैल से 4 महीने, मई, जून, जुलाई, अगस्त. That comes 4th August 2019. What happened? Y accepted a bill, not Y. Y draws the bill. X accepted the new bill for how much? Accepted the new bill for how much? For 7,000. Who accepted the new bill? X accepted the new bill. When X accepted the new bill, it is nothing but BP for X. Okay, did you got it? बाद में क्या हुआ देखिए ना. See what happened. Y discounted the bill for rupees 6,600. Who discounted? Y discounted. Let me write. On what date? Obviously on the same date. On the same date बोले तो 4th August 19. 4th August 19. Y discounted the bill. Which bill? New bill. What happened? For Y, bank increased. Discounted the new bill for how much? 6,600. What about a discount amount? 400 होता है ना. Sir, how come you got 400? Because the new bill amount is 7,000. 7,000 में बैंक को डिस्काउंट किए 6600 में. सो जब आपको हो गया 400 रुपीज डिस्काउंट, बाद में वही क्या करता देखिए ना, and sends 1300 to X. It means remember, sends 1300 to X. It means X received cash. From whom? From Y. How much? 1300. Now here you write. X received cash from Y. Let us write cash received. How much, my dear student? 1300. Now we have to work out the discount, right? Please remember, the calculation of discount is a very, very important. In the earlier video, in the 8th class, in the 8th video, I explained in detail how to work out. Take this 400 rupees is a discount for the 6,600 rupees. So you take 400 divided by 6,600 into. Now what to take? We have to take this 1300 plus. What was the gap? See, we have to take this 1300. What was the gap in the earlier one? Gap is 2000. We have to add that 2000. So it comes 400 by 6,600 into 3,300. Please remember, it's a very important clue, my dear students. How to work out a discount? When the discount amount is not given, take this 400 divided by 6600 as a discounted value. So for 400 rupees is a discounted value for getting 6,600. How to work out a discount? Take this 1300 plus gap. What was the gap in the earlier page? Gap is 2000 rupees. So it comes to 400 by 6,600 into 3300. Your discount amount comes to rupees. Use a calci and work out. It comes to rupees 200. Now the answer is 1500. Did you understood how to work out this discount? Fine. Let us move on. What happened? Before the due date of the bill, X becomes insolvent. Who is insolvent? X becomes insolvent. Who is insolvent? X becomes insolvent. Do we have any date? Unable to send the amount, therefore he accepted. Okay, date is not given. Here also date is not given. Who is insolvent? Before the due date of the bill, X becomes insolvent. Who is insolvent? X becomes insolvent. Date is not given. Put a dash. X is insolvent. Who is X? Who is X? X is nano, right? X is insolvent. Means nano insolvent. हम insolvent. हम insolvent हुआ तो क्या करना? Later on 25 पैसे is received from his estate. When 25 paise is received, balance 75% is not bad debts. Remember, my dear student, when that debtor is insolvent, we have to transfer to bad debts. When I am insolvent, it is transferred to the main concept of deficiency. See what happened here. When I becomes insolvent, what we have to do? A point. Cancel the new BP. What is the amount of new BP? Amount of new BP is 7,000. B point. 25% is received, 25% recovered from my estate. Recovered from my estate. Remember, it is from my estate. How to work out the 25%? Please remember how to work out. Take this 1,500 plus gap of 2,000. This is very important, my dear student. You have to take this 1500 plus gap of 2000. The total comes to 3500. In that 25% is recovered. 25% it comes to rupees 875. Balance 75% is deficiency. 3500 into 75%, it comes to rupees 2625. Total is how much? 3500. Now we have to write the journal entries. What we have to write? Journal entries. In the books of whom? X. Journal entries in the books of whom? Journal entries in the books of X. Shall we pass the journal entries in the books of X? See the first one. On 1st April 19, what happened? Bills drawn. When, my dear student, on the 1st April 19, when a bill is drawn, what happened? BR increased, debtor decreased. Who is debtor in the problem? Here the debtor is Y, right? What happened when the bill is drawn? Bills receivable increased. What happened when the bills is drawn? Wait for few seconds. It is now working. When the bill is drawn, what happened? Bills receivable increased. Debtor decreased. It is to be debited and it is to be credited. On what date? 4th April 19. 1st April 19, we have to say bills receivable account debit to Y's account being a bill drawn. Drawn for how much? 4000. Fine. What next? This bill is discounted. When bill discounted, we can say that bank increases, it is to be debited. Discount is a expenses, it is to be debited. Your bills receivable decreased, it is to be credited. Journal entry, bank account debit, discount account debit to bills receivable account. The same date. Bank account debit, discount account debit to bills receivable. The 3920 80 4000 being a bill discounted. हुआ? बाद में क्या किए? In that 50% is paid to Y. When 50% is paid to Y, cash decreased credit. Obviously, discount is to be credited. This amount is given to whom? This amount is given to Y. Y is to be debited because Y is a receiver of money. You paid money to Y. Now your journal entry will be on the same date. Y's account debit 2000 dash to cash account 1960 to discount account dash 40 being 50% pay to Y. Did you understood? This is for bills drawn. This is for bills discounted. This is 50% of the bill amount is given to whom? Given to Y. बाद में क्या हुआ? After this, Y accepted a bill, new bill. So what happened to new bill? When X accepted, for X it is a BP. When bills accepted, BP increased, Y decreased. Y means what? Y is a creditor. Now Y becomes a creditor. When BP increased, BP is to be credited because liability increased credit and Y is to be debited. Just it is the opposite entry of bills drawn. उधर BR account debit to debtor account, here reversed vice account debit to BP account. What BP it is? It is a new BP, right? What BP it is? It is a new BP. Date. That is what date? We have a date, my dear student. When the date new bill is drawn, it is drawn on 4th August 19. Now, vice account debit to new bills payable account. Accepted for how much? 7,000 dash 7,000. Being new BP accepted. Who accepted? X. X means hum, nanu, hame. Okay, fine. What happened after accepting a new bill? Y discounted the bill. Who discounted? Y. When Y discounted the bill, do you think is any entry appears in the books of X? If something happened to your neighbors, do you think we have to pass entry in our home? No need. So that's why when Y discounted, you write note, you write hints. No entry in the books of X when Y discounted the bill. Please remember, this is a very, very important point. When Y discounted, nothing happened to X, so no entry in the books of X. Okay, fine. When Y discounted, after that, what Y did? He remitted some amount to X. So I wrote X received cash from Y. What happened? X received cash. So your cash increases. It is to be debited. Discount is a expenses. It is to be debited. Now Y is to be credited. For this, journal entry is cash account debit. Either you use cash or bank. I preferably use cash account. Debit. Discount account debit to Y's account. How much cash is received? 1300 dash 200 dash 1500. Being cash received from Y. Date is not mentioned, no need to write the date. Because for a new bill, duration is not mentioned. You can put a dot for the dates. Did you understood when we received money from Y? See what happened. After this, X is insolvent. Who is insolvent? Nanu. Hum insolvent. Please remember, whenever the insolvent comes, if the debtor is insolvent, we can say debtor increased and BR decreased. But here, my dear student, I am insolvent. Who is insolvent? I am insolvent. When I am insolvent, what happened? BP decreased. BP decreased means liability decreased. Liability decreased is to be debited. Then Y is to be credited. Please remember this. Whenever debtor insolvent, उन्हें insolvent हुआ तो debtor increased, BR decreased. But here, my dear student, when BP is dishonored, because I am insolvent, BP decreased. BP means liability. Liability decrease हुआ तो debit करना, then Y is to be credited. Entry is new bills payable account debit to Y's account. What entry we have to pass? Same date. New bills payable account debit to Y's account 7,000 dash 7,000. Being new BP cancelled. Okay. After cancellation, what happened? 25% is recovered from my estate. It is recovered from whose estate? From my estate. When it is recovered from my estate, cash decreased, credited. deficiency is to be credited. Then who is to be debited? This amount is recovered by whom? Recovered by Y. So Y is to be debited. Please remember, here I becomes insolvent. When I became a insolvent, the Y will recover the money from my private estate. So it means मेरा cash balance decrease होता credit करना, deficiency is to be credited. Who is to be debited? This is recovered by whom? Recovered by Y. So Y is to be debited. Now the journal entry, the last entry of this problem is Y's account debit to cash account to deficiency account. How much? See how much we have to write. We have to mention an amount of 875 2625. 875, sorry, for Y full amount. For Y full amount, it is how much? For Y it is 3500 minus dash cash recovered how much? 875. What is the difference of bad debts? I mean deficiency 2625. Being 25% is recovered from my estate. This completes the problem. See still what he is asking us to prepare. What he is asking us to calculate. See what we have calculated. Past journal entries. Also prepare Y's account in the books of X. Which account we have to prepare? We have to prepare Y's account, right? So let us prepare the Y's account. How to write the Y's account? Please you concentrate. Fine. See the first entry. In the first entry, what actually we have? A BR account debit to Y. BR is in the debit of journal. So it goes to where? Credit side of ledger by BR account 4000. After that, bank account debit, discount account debit to BR, the Y is not there. Y's account debit to cash and bank discount. Cash and discount are in the credit side of journal. So they goes to the debit side of ledger as to cash account 1960 to discount account 40. ओके बाद में क्या होता देखिए ना. Y's account debit to new BP. New BP is in the credit side of journal. So it goes to the debit side of ledger. To new BP it is of 7000. बाद में no entry for discount. Cash account debit, discount account debit to Y. Both are in the debit side of journal. So they goes to the credit side of ledger. By cash account, by discount account 1300 and 200. After that what happened? New BP to Y. New BP is in the debit side of journal. So it goes to where? Credit side of ledger. New BP account as an amount of rupees 7000. Fine. After that, Y's account debit to cash and to discount. Both are in the credit side of journal. So they comes where? Debit side. To cash account 875 to deficiency account. The deficiency 2625. Now my dear student, you close it off. The total comes to rupees, total 12,500. This total is 12,500. Please go through it. It's a very important problem for your main CWA Foundation exams. Many times they used to ask. Okay. Thank you, my dear students. Have a great day. All the best.